Hello everyone, myself Javed Basha here. In the last classes we have been discussed about recruitment, meaning, definition, objectives, importance, correct? And today we are going to discuss about recruitment process and factors affecting on recruitment. So first, recruitment process. So recruitment process which majorly includes five different stages. Okay, first one is recruitment planning, strategy development, searching, screening, evaluation, and control. These are the five different stages which consist in recruitment process. We will be discussing one by one. Recruitment planning. We know that planning is nothing but deciding in advance what we are going to do in future. Right here, recruitment planning is the first step of recruitment process where the vacant vacant positions are analyzed and described. It includes job specifications and its nature, experiences, qualifications, and skills required for the job. Correct. In the first step in the recruitment planning, an organization is going to decide about the vacant positions. Okay. For those positions, they deciding the job specifications and its nature, experience required, qualification required, and skill set required for the job. And also, a structured recruitment plan is mandatory to attract potential candidates from a pool of candidates. The potential candidates should be qualified, experienced, with the capability to take the responsibilities required to achieve the objectives of the organization. Here, the recruitment planning, identifying vacancies is the important task. It includes that how much how much number of posts to be filled, number of positions to be filled, and the duties and responsibilities to be performed, qualifications and experience required. And also in recruitment planning, the one more major thing is job analysis. Okay, here job analysis is nothing but it is a process of identifying, analyzing, and determining the duties, responsibilities, skills, abilities, and work environment of a specific job. Okay, here job analysis is nothing but it is analyzing, identifying, determining the duties and responsibilities, and to perform those duties and responsibilities, what are the skills, abilities required for that particular job. Correct. So it also includes these following steps. Okay, like recording and collecting the job information, accuracy in checking the job information, generating job descriptions based on the information, determining the skills, knowledge, and which are required for the job. Correct. So after job analysis, the next important aspect in recruitment planning is job description. Okay, here job description is nothing but uh, it decides, it provides the information about the scope of job roles, responsibilities, and the positioning of the job in the organization. Okay, and it gives a clear picture on classification and ranking of jobs, placing and orientation of new resources, promotion and transfers, describing the career path for an individual, future development of work standards. Okay, these are provided are decided in the job description. Okay, apart from these things, job specification also an important factor in recruitment planning. Job specification majorly focuses on the specifications of the candidate whom the HR team is going to hire. Okay, here this information about each job, it includes the information about each job in an organization like physical specification, mental specification, physical features, emotional specification, behavioral specification. Okay, correct. And a job specification document provides information on the following elements. So what are those elements? It provides the information on qualification, experience, training and development, skills requirements, work responsibilities, emotional characteristics, and planning of career. Okay, after this, the one more major aspect in recruitment planning is job evaluation. Job evaluation is the comparative process of analyzing, assessing, and determining the relative value of a job in relation to their jobs in an organization. Okay, Job evaluation is nothing but it is a process of analyzing, assessing and determining the relative value of a job in relation to the other jobs in an organization. Okay, correct. Here we are comparing one job with the another job. Correct. So in the recruitment planning, an organization is going to decide or plan on identifying the vacancies, job analysis, job description, then job specification and job evaluation. Okay, correct. This comes under recruitment planning. And the next important aspect, what? Strategy development. We know that strategy means it is a long-term plan. It is a long-term plan. Correct. We already know that recruitment is not an event. It is a process. Process means it is a continuous thing. Correct. Till the organization runs. Recruitment simultaneously runs with the organization needs. Okay. So for that, every organization is going to have a strategy. Correct. Strategy is again, it is long-term plan. Correct. So here recruitment strategy is the second step of the recruitment process where a strategy is prepared for hiring the resources after completing the preparation of job descriptions and job specifications. Now next step is to decide which strategy to adopt for recruiting the potential candidates for the organization. Here in the recruitment strategy we are deciding after the recruitment planning, here we are deciding which strategy to adopt for recruiting the potential candidates for the organization. Here while preparing a recruitment strategy, the HR team consider the following points. Okay, please note here HR consider the following points. The first one is make or buy employees, type of recruitment, geographical area and recruitment sources. These are the four major factors considered while preparing a recruitment strategy. Correct. So the development of recruitment strategy is a long process, but having a right strategy is mandatory to attract the right candidates. So the steps involved in developing a recruitment strategy include setting up of board team, analyzing HR strategy, collection of available data, analyzing the collected data, setting the recruitment strategy. Okay, again setting the recruitment strategy includes 5 different aspects. Here the first one is setting up of a board team. Board team means here they are involving some core members of the organizations who are deciding when to recruit, whom to recruit, on what basis we should going for recruitment. Correct. So they are deciding the job description, specifications to recruit the particular person on the basis of their skill sets and knowledge, degrees. Correct. Here next analyzing the HR strategies. Here HR strategies are nothing but what type of the persons are they are going to hire, whether they are looking for an experienced person or any college pass out. Okay, the person who is fresher in nature, who previously never had been worked with any organization. Again, collection of available data. Here again collection of available data means the data which is available within the organization. So again they are analyzing the collected data. After that analyzing the collected data, they are setting the recruitment strategy. What kind of the strategy they should maintain in the long run. Correct. The third important stage is searching. Here searching is searching for the right candidates. Okay. Here searching is the process of recruitment where the resources are sourced depending upon the requirement of the job. Okay, here searching is the process of recruitment where the resources are sourced depending upon the recruitment of the job. Please focus. Searching is nothing but they are looking for the right candidates who is having the skills and knowledge which is required to perform a specific job. Okay. So after the recruitment strategy is done, the searching of candidates will be initialized. Okay. Again, searching process consists of 2 steps. First step is source activation. The next one is selling. Here source activation is nothing but once the line manager verifies and permits the existence of the vacancy, the search for the candidate starts, and nothing but here once the manager gives the approval to hire hire the persons to that particular vacant vacancy, the search is start. Here the next one is selling. Here the organization selects the media through which the communication of vacancies reaches the prospective candidates. So selling is nothing but identifying the medias, okay, from how to reach the prospective candidates, the information how to reach the prospective candidates, okay. Again, searching involves attracting the job seekers to the vacancies, right? The sources are broadly divided into two categories. We have been already discussed internal sources of recruitment, external sources of recruitment, correct. So here we already discussed about internal sources. Internal sources of recruitment refers to hiring employees within the organization through promotions, transfer, former employees, internal advertisements, employee referrals, previous applicants. Here internal sources means promotion. Promotions, we know that promotions means up, one up. What means promotion is nothing but adding the more responsibilities give and duties to perform that particular job, giving the more authority, right? It is nothing but ladder up, means the pay scale will be hike and the more responsibilities we are going to add, correct. Transfers, and they are shifting person from one department to another department or one place to another place, correct. The former employees are the persons who have already worked with the company and they are left the company due to some reason, and company is asking those employees to rejoin, or if the person is willing to rejoin the company is provide or facilitate that particular person to join the organization. So this is the internal sources. Again, internal advertisement. Here internal advertisement are nothing but posting the job or job posting via email. What are the various job vacancies are available within the organization which are circulated via email or other medias to their employees, and on the basis of the skill set, experience and qualification, it has been clearly mentioned in job posting, okay. And employee referrals. Here employee referrals means the person who is working with that particular company, he is referring his friends or his family member or his any of relatives, okay. So this is nothing but employee referral, okay. Here previous applicants or any other person who is already given the interview, somehow he is rejected for some other reasons, again the company gives or calls him for the interview process, okay. These are the some internal sources, okay. Internal sources includes promotions, transfers, former employees, internal advertisements, employee referrals and previous applicants, correct. The next important aspect, external sources. External sources of recruitment refers to the hiring employees outside the organizations through direct recruitment, employment exchanges, employment agencies, advertisements, professional associations, campus recruitment, word of mouth, correct. Here external sources are nothing but which are here organizations directly hiring the person from the outside sources, which include direct recruitments, employment exchanges, employment agencies, advertisements, professional associations, campus recruitment and word of mouth. And the next important aspect, screening or shortlisting, okay. The fourth stage in recruitment process, screening. Screening starts after completion of the process of sourcing the candidates, okay. What is the source, whether the candidate is selected or shortlisted on the basis of internal source or external sources, correct. Screening is the process of filtering the applications of the candidates for further selection process. In this screening process, the applications of the candidates filtered on the basis of requirement of the job, correct. Screening is an integral part of recruitment process that helps in removing unqualified or irrelevant candidates which were received through sourcing. The screening process of recruitment consists of 3 steps, okay. The first one is reviewing of resumes, conducting telephone or video interview, identifying the top candidates, right. These are the 3 important stages in the screening process. Here the first one, reviewing of resumes. Reviewing is the first step of screening candidates. In this process, the resumes of the candidates are reviewed and checked for the candidate's education, work experience, and overall background matching the requirement of the job. Right? So, while reviewing the resumes, the HR executive must keep the following points in mind to ensure better screening of the potential candidates. Right? So, reason for change of job. Okay, they are looking for the what are the reasons for change of job? Longevity with each organization. If that particular aspirant is work with multiple organization, they are looking at their experience or tenority with that particular organization, whether he's working for 1 month, 2 month, 1 year, 2 year, 5 years, 10 years, how much time he's working with or associated with that particular organization. Long gap in employment. If in any case employees having any gap between the employment, they are asking for the reasons: job hopping, lack of career progressions. These are the different factors are considered while reviewing the resumes in the first step of screening. In the next step of screening, again second step, conducting telephonic or video interview is the second step of screening candidates. In this process, after the resumes are screened, the candidates are contacted through phone or video by the hiring manager. The screening process has two outcomes. First one is it helps in verifying the candidates whether they are active or available. The next one is it also helps in giving a quick insight about the candidate's attitude, ability to answer interview questions, and communication skills. The second step of screening process, which is conducting a telephonic or video interview, HR is looking for whether the candidate is active and available, and whether and they are also looking for attitude, ability to answer interview questions, and communication skills. Okay, these are the important factors HR is looking in the screening process. In the third stage in screening process, identifying the top candidates. Here, identifying the top candidates in the final step of screening the resumes. In this process, the top layer of resumes are shortlisted, which makes it easy for the hiring manager to take a decision. This process has the following three outcomes: shortlisting 5 to 10 resumes for review by the hiring managers, providing insights and recommendations to the hiring manager, helps the hiring managers to take a decision in hiring the right candidates. Okay, here identifying the top candidates, which helps hiring manager to shortlist 5 to 10 resumes. We know that recruitment is the process which create the pool of job aspirants. There might be thousands, hundreds, correct? Among them, they are identifying the top candidates. They might shortlist for 5 to 10 resumes, right, on the basis of job requirement. And they're providing insight and recommendation to the hiring manager. Okay, and it also helps the hiring manager to take a decision in hiring the right candidates. Correct. So at the last and important stage, evaluation and control. Evaluation and control is the last stage in the process of recruitment. In this process, the effectiveness and the validity of the process and methods are assessed. Recruitment is a costly process, hence it is important that the performance of the recruitment process is thoroughly evaluated. The costs incurred in the recruitment process are to be evaluated and controlled effectively. This includes the following. First one, salaries to the recruiters, advertisements cost and other costs incurred in recruitment methods, administrative expenses and recruitment overheads, overtime and outstanding costs while the vacancies remain unfilled, cost incurred in recruiting suitable candidates for the final selection process, time spent by the management and the professional in preparing job description, job specification, and conducting interviews. Okay, these are some important factors which are evaluated while preparing a recruitment process, right? So these 5 stages are important to have a good recruitment process in the organization. Again, if the organization is having a good recruitment process, they are always going to select a right candidate for the right job, who can serve the organization for long term and who can help the organization to achieve the goals and objectives, to build a strong organization culture, and also to set new goals of the organization, right? So the next, the factors affecting on the recruitment. So these are some factors like a need of the organization. Okay, recruitment process start on the only on the basis of need of the organization. Need, how much organization is needed, how much HR resource an organization is needed. 5 employees, 10 employees, 1 employee, 2 employee, how much they are needed. On the basis of need of the organization, recruitment started. Organizational objectives. Yes, objectives are very important. Okay, on the basis of organizational objectives, if the organization having some objectives for the longer term, means again the organization is going to have a good recruitment strategy or process which can help an organization to select a right candidate who can serve the organization for long run and also help organization to achieve the organizational objectives. And the next factor is preferred source of recruitment. Preferred source of recruitment means it involves some cost, as recruitment is a, it includes huge cost. Hence, the what kind of the sources of recruitment the organization is following, correct? Whether they are following internal sources, external sources, or they are recruiting through any agencies. So what kind of the sources also affecting on the recruitment. Government policies on reservations, yes. The country like India, we saw that in every government organization, on the basis of government policies on reservation, we know that how government is following some reservation policies. While not, we see that, right? For general merit it is 50%, for SC/ST category it is 15%, category 1 4%, 2B 3B again 4%. Some percentage they are allocated for each of the categories to maintain the social harmony, right? So this should be followed. So again, personal policies of the organization and its competitors. So it is important how HR policies of the organization and its competitors. When when the same companies, means same nature of business companies are working, means they should have the same kind of HR policies. If one company is providing good facilities to the HR, their employees, the other company is not providing such facilities, means there are chances of shifting of a person from one company to another company, and it is mandatory to follow industrial policy by each and every organization, company, right? And recruitment cost and financial implications. So cost is very important factor on recruitment process, and so hence it is important to evaluate the cost factors and financial implications while recruiting the candidates. So these are some factors which are affecting on the recruitment. So guys, this is all about recruitment and recruitment objectives, importance, process, and some factors which are affecting on recruitment. In the next classes, we'll be discussing on selection. Thank you, class.